Hey guys, it's Dave. I'm going to start doing these individual trade reviews for stocks, trades that I take. Again, just another way for me to journal, share my experience, and really just so I can get my thoughts and ideas. So I hear myself talk, and so if I do something stupid, I can catch myself from recording, which is great. First one, Tesla. Always loved it. You can kind of see this big old downtrend line it's had. Finally broke it over here. You can see it kind of put in a reverse head and shoulders pattern here. I think I sent out a tweet on X or a notification, whatever you want to call it, somewhere around here. It's like, hey, Tesla, please do something. And, a few days later, luckily it did. Had a huge move all the way up to 271 flat there, and then just started to kind of decline. I just let the decline happen. I was anticipating, it coming back around this area for a neckline break retest, which individually it did. Had a pretty oversold kind of a huge gap down and just got bought up, which was a nice look in my opinion. So what I did is I just kept watching it, didn't hop in, and I noticed that it started really consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like inside days, basically just bouncing back and forth. Price just going back and forth there, which is really nice. So I got interested, and I'll show you how I kind of set up this trade. I came up with some balance zones of basically 201 to 194. It's popping in and out. So you can see that price came in here stabilizing, looks above 201, fails, opposite ends, looks below 194.75, fails, opposite ends. So it's just bouncing in between these prices. So once I saw price on a pretty strong move out of this balance zone, I waited for the retest here, okay? And this is where I entered around 203. Actually, I didn't have the best entry. I could have entered around here, but I did indeed enter 203 as on my way to work, put in a buy order at 203, and boom, got it. My stop loss was 196. So basically, if this failed and did not accept overprice, my thought was that I would be wrong and price would come back down here and retest these lows again, maybe even go lower, who knows. But it didn't. You had a nice gap up move. I took my first my risk off at 1R, so 206 minus, or sorry, 201 minus 203 minus 196, basically a $7 stop. So my 1R is $7 move. So I got out around, I think, like 213.50, something like that. Took 1/3 of my trade off, moved my stop loss up to break even, so I have a quote unquote initial risk-free trade, and then I play these zones as I watch them test each level to see if it accepts, chops up. So my 2 times balance target here was 126, and indeed I got that. Even 228. I'm sorry, 226, 228. It got all the way up there. I'm not trying to time this stuff. I don't really care. I made my money. Interesting enough, 228, it tagged that anchor VWAP all the way from here, from the top. So once it got that, I mean to move that. Once it got tagged there, I took off my third position. So I had 1/3 remaining. Now, if I take the balance zones off, I use the 10 and 20 EMA. I was thinking, okay, well, look, we could possibly have a 10 and 20 EMA cross here, and that would bring in those buyers. So my rule was, if we have a close under the 10 EMA, because that's what I was going to use to just kind of use as a 10 EMA swing, then I would close if it closed under the 10 EMA. It actually did here. I was at work, wasn't able to get it out, and then it bounced up. I was like, oh, maybe it'll work. Maybe I'll get lucky. No, it closed down here, and this is when I got out around like 209. So that's how I managed that trade. That's how I continue to do so.